Yes, we're back again. We're back again, and everything is right on time. But let me tell you something before we get this video started. There's a certain feeling, if you're connected, about your intuition that comes with your intuition that we truly have. Because as men being leaders by, I would say, default, in most cases back in our splendor, when frequencies was up, vibrations were high, you had a certain intuition that you were gifted with, that you can feel things when they're no longer intact. Trust that your values, anything that you say, principles, because you have to go through experiences to alter and develop your principles. Stand on them with cement blocks on your feet. Do not change. Do not go off course. Do not stray away from what you know, because the Most High will punish you and reward you in the same time, because true punishment has to have some type of reward, because it's incentive based. Punishment is incentive based. It shows you, hey, now that you know this, because this is what happened. But let's get into the video. And again, these are just rumors. However, it looks to appear to be true. But, you really can't tell. People, like I said, they take social media and brief instances, experiences as a fact or something that is the norm or a true reality. But you look at this Michael B. Jordan, Lori Harvey breakup, because it appears that I think he just bought a $12 million house. Here you have a wealthy, healthy, young black man without any baby mothers that just bought a $12 million house. Has power, influence, notoriety. And I'm talking extensive years. This is why I used the Scottie Pippen. Scottie Pippen had to put in, at least before he got to the NBA, at least 15 years of hard work. 15 years cultivating himself to get to the level of getting to the NBA. Yet his woman could not understand. They do not understand these processes that we have to take to be what they have been sold. That's why I say you don't have these conversations anymore. You do not discuss anything as far as an argument about problems, because problems are evident. The behavior, you cannot justify. You cannot behave in one manner and speak in another manner. Does not work. But women use this tactic quite often. They speak in a way, but the behavior contradicts it. So they try to come back and speak over the actions to make it appear that they were right in their actions. So what Michael B. Jordan failed to realize is that you cannot save certain women. Once certain women get a taste of validation on a wide scale, multiple men coming after them for sex. Because if you were going to be wife, you'd have been wifed. This is the delusion that you have to fight. Let me break it down into more layman's terms for a lot of women that see Lori Harvey and say, I'm going to do the same shit she did. What vehicle comes out, and this does happen on rare occasions, yes, very rare, but it is a certain type of vehicle. What vehicle on a normal, regular basis comes out, and then the newer model comes out 6 years later, but the one that came out 6 years before still thinks they have the same amount of value and or features that the new one has. and still think they're going to get the same price. They still think that they're the new one. Baby, it's no. Now, I'm not saying that you won't find another man, but again, look at your options with a realistic lens. Yes, men want to fuck. We will do that. Because again, a lot of men are not getting sex on a regular basis. They have not mastered themselves. They need sex to operate. Once you get to a certain level, you really don't need sex to, as a man, to, because you'll be so engulfed in your accomplishments and trying to achieve goals that you'll think about it, but you really won't. Because again, you're also working to get to a level to where you can truly access the women that you want. And no, that should not be your primary motivation. But again, you want to look at your life and see all the things that you want included, what you want to have access to. And you should want access to the best at some point. But women, again, tend to think that there's just an abundant options that's going to give them the same benefit or more benefit than when they were younger. Picture that. Picture that. But you cannot save her, Michael. Her past told you this, but yet you thought you could. And this hits home. Because you can think you can save a woman. You think you are the one, if you will. You're the one for right now. You're just the one for right now. Because again, it's only two players that are recognized. The greats and the worst. You'll get a few in between. They'll get some looks here and there, but, and I say that because your performance is going to be a consistent, it should be consistent. It should get better. But a lot of times people, again, as people get older, they tend to get lazy in certain areas because relationships between men, a lot of the money does not matter. She has access to money. So it's a good thing to have, but that doesn't make her tick. I've said this in my previous video. The emotional unavailable man is her top pick. Because that's usually less that she has to do. She really just, want to go out to eat, want to get some dick here and there. A lot of times they want a lot of dick. That's the new thing women are on now. They are dick chasing. Best believe that. But again, you should be operating at a high vibration where pussy is not a motivating factor for you. Especially if it's not from you guys on Instagram. I know you are. You see what's on Instagram. Baddies. The real ones. The baddies. And they're only giving access to guys that are in the top tier. Now, that is something, you do what you want with that information. But once she's gone, she's gone. When she goes and get a taste of the streets, you can't rear her back in. It's over. Jay-Z said it best. Once a good girl goes bad, she's gone. It's a wrap. But again, you use this information to, again, navigate. Use this information as a navigation system, if you will. Because who better to hear it from those who have went through the fire? How do you guys think I'm able to do these videos daily? And sometimes I hold back. I cut it short, but none of this is written. This is straight off the top. This is straight out the inventory bag. Straight off the top. I've seen it all. Women do and say the same shit, yet they think they're unique. They think they're unique, but they do and say, I'm talking I can call it like, it's like a play. This is the playbook. I'm giving you the play-by-play. They'll get, condescending, judgmental, but they'll do a lot of talking. Number one way you can tell your chick is about to get out of pocket or she's already out of pocket, she does a lot of talking when you bring an issue to the forefront. If something needs to be addressed, you want to have a civil conversation and say, hey, just want to do a temperature check, make sure everything is whoop whoop. Now, again, this is for the guys who want to operate in total transparency. The other guys that's on the savage, you're just going to do your thing. I really don't blame you. But again, this is one way because you have some type of documentation. Because a lot of, sometimes you're going to be communicating through text and just word. You can recall conversations, dates, details in the event that, something comes up. You always want to, have some type of documentation that you were this way. You were who you said you were. But yeah, they do a lot of over talking because what they do some shit. They try to justify it. You neutralize that justification. They're going to come and pour some more on. And then they're just going to keep doing it and doing it. You're pretty much you should know, right? Your spidey senses should be on full alert at that point. So, you weigh up the situation and revisit it. And then you have to make the hard decision. Which shouldn't really be hard because it's either seed or dirt. You either seed or you're dirt. We know we're gonna throw the dirt, get the dirt out the way. Like it's nothing really to negotiate. That's why I said these conversations, again, there's really nothing to talk about. You look at the action. But when she gets a taste of the wide validation, the different variety of sexual partners, she'll go through about 3 or 4, find that one. Because again, the probability of meeting a guy who's going to give her the lay she wants it's like hitting on the sneakers app. You don't really know if you're going to hit. So they say, okay, so this is why they get so in a tizzy on body count. Women have to sift through dicks to get the big dog. When she get the big dog, okay, this is dude. Okay, yeah. And she'll plateau off of it. They all do this. They're going to plateau. I want to try something else. I want something with this type of size, this type of, that's just how it goes. This is why you cannot save them. You entertain them. You do. All is fair is love and war, they say. I try to use a code. You want to use a code because you cannot be on their level. They have to get to your level. If they don't meet it or get close to it, it's going to be some disconnect. Because you'll be operating under a certain system. She'll be operating on a system that's opposite of that, which is going to breed some type of contempt. But this is also breakup season. You guys should. This is, I would say, red pill 101. Summertime. Hot girl summer. Where do you think these things come from? This is reality. This is a real thing. You had a few breakups happening over the course of the last few weeks. This is the season to be jolly. In their eyes, they want to explore. They're going to be traveling, moving around, meeting new people, all of that. Let them. We're trying to save shit all the time. That's y'all problem. You go in it with the wrong mindset. And there's nothing wrong with going into a situation and seeing how you can leverage it to your benefit. By all means, I'm saying to the guys that get all caught up in it, don't be on here crying and bitching and hate, and don't go astray. Michael B. Jordan, don't go astray. Don't go into savage mode, because that would be the result of your feelings being hurt by a woman who you thought you had. You don't want to be that guy. Keep doing what you're doing. Keep working. Keep achieving. And understand that, again, this information is available for free. All you have to do is hit the subscribe button. It's free. You're going to get it every day. And I've seen it all. I've done it all. All type of women. In abundance. It's the same shit, different day. When I tell you they're all the same, just different names. Look at same purse, phone, hair, shoes, car. You think religion? How many? Name 8 chicks that hang together that have different religious backgrounds. You're not gonna find it. So once, like I said, this is not to again talk down. You know, a lot of women get in their face, which I don't really give a shit. But this is a level set to show the difference. The differences between the two genders. We're superior. We are just that. We're resilient. We create nothing, something out of nothing. Create yourself something, gentlemen. Create yourself some things that will carry you to the next level versus trying to save a woman who is only going to be dead weight. Create yourself some lanes. So when the conversation you want to have, like, well, show me some of your work. That's going to be the conversations that are going to be more beneficial and you should be looking for. So show me some of your work, because that shows a person that's interested in investing in you. Everything now is about legacy. And that legacy starts with you and what you create. And what you created, how you pass it, and who you pass it on to. But you guys let me know what you think about this video. Like, comment, subscribe. It's the Date Master.